Hi, my name is Chef Anthony T. Head, also known as the People's Chef, chef instructor with Miami Valley Career Technology Center and Sinclair Community College. Today, I'm going to be working with a very popular fish known as tilapia. This one is so fresh, it's right here from Shekinah Ranch in Dayton, Ohio. What can we say about tilapia that you probably don't know? Well, we've been fishing tilapia and eating it for a long time. One of the fish that's also mentioned in the Bible that coughed up the gold coin to pay the taxes, this fish right here. Part of the fish that Jesus was passing around and multiplied, probably this fish right here. What can we say about it? Usually, I know at Shekinah, they cook them to they raise them to about 1.5 to 2 pounds. They can range anywhere from about 6 to 18 inches long. They come in a variety of colors. These fish usually grow in warmer, temperate climates. Don't do too well in cold weather. Low in saturated fats, good in protein. So it's a great addition to any diet trying to reduce the amount of red meats. So today, very simple. A lot of folks think that fish comes in plastic bags. Sorry guys, this is the wrapping that fish comes in. If you get this fish whole, usually it comes already gutted and scaled, but hey, if you have the opportunity to do it, it's a matter of cutting a slit in the belly and scooping out those guts and taking the dull end of a blade to scrape off those scales. What I'm going to do here today is leave it whole. The good thing about tilapia is very fresh, it tastes very light and mild. The bad thing about tilapia is when you start to cut this thing down, you don't get a lot of meat off of it. So however, in more traditional preparations, leave the fish whole. So what I'm going to do today is, I'm going to do a simple scoring technique. I'm just going to take a sharp knife and just cut a couple slits across the body of the fish. And what this is going to do is allow access to any marinade or any seasoning that I put on that fish to kind of get down into the meat. Again, unlike a lot of fish that we tend to eat in America, you don't have to over-season this one. Part of the great part about what this fish is a very mild tasting fish, cooks very quickly. So what we want to do is just really try to preserve as much of that as possible. What I have here is just a simple marinade with some herbs, little spritz of lemon juice to create a nice emulsion. What I'm going to do is kind of just bathe the fish in that. Some of the best preparation techniques for this fish include everything except frying. So again, if you're really going to put this as part of a healthy diet, you don't need to fry this thing anyway, but it does really well in the oven. You can broast this. You can put it in the under the broaster, throw it in the grill. It really does really well in the grill. So as I just kind of baste this thing down there, I want to make sure I get my seasonings down in there. I will tell you a secret. I add a little bit of brown sugar to this marinade to really help with the browning process. Before you start to do all this, make sure this flesh of the fish is very dry. That'll help it cook up nice and crispy. As you see here, I've already scored this fish, so I'm just going to get this marinade in here. If you want to let the marinade really seep down in there and really penetrate the flavor, this fish has been referred to as one of the chameleon fishes. It really will take on any flavor that you put onto it, so you can go sweet and spicy or savory. Again, traditional accoutrements like with lemon or ginger, and even something with this basil. You can get really creative with this fish. It serves as a great platform, so a lot of different flavor profiles. So as I get this thing basted on here, what I probably should have done before I put all those herbs in there, look at that, it's so fresh, it's still jumping. So this probably came out the water a couple seconds ago, but let me see if you can see it. Yeah, that fish just jumped. You run that video back, you'll see it. Oh, there you go, tweaking again. So yeah, that's how fresh this fish is. So just because you're in landlocked Dayton, Ohio, doesn't mean you don't have access to fresh fish. And I can tell you, if you're buying that stuff frozen in packages, you've never had something like this. So this would be quite a treat for your family. Because of so much loss, most chefs will tell you that you'll get about a 37% yield on this fish, which means a lot of it is going to come away when it comes to bone. So about 1 fish per person if you're going to have a meal with this. So we'll get this thing going. Get all that. Don't lose all that good marinade now, so we can get that in there. What I've done, one of the tricks too, I've mixed my dry herbs in with the olive oil. As I tell my students all the time, the reason why we use fats in our cooking is for moisture. It absorbs a lot of the flavor and also even cooking. So once I get this thing all brushed in, I'm gonna get it over into either a 400-degree oven for a couple minutes or right over to a broiler. Yeah.